watch the Spurs and see how versatile they are, unselfishly finding the open guy. They can be surgical at times in their precision. It's not a surprise that they dominated the Eastern Conference last year and year to year here recently.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, guys, Coach Greg Popovich, the reigning coach of the year, a big part of his approach is empowering players. He says, quote, it's a player's game, and they've got to take charge. Rather than try to manipulate them, he said, it's a great feeling when players get together and do things as a group. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris.
You know, giving his players room to lead and allowing them to take ownership, I mean, I think that's part of the genius of Popovich.
Dishes it to Bosch. He kicks to Chalmers. Lets the three fly. They get it back. Ball's knocked loose. Leonard with the steal. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. There's Green, plenty of space, and drops. And it comes off an assist from Parker.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Now, here's Chalmers. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Clock at 6. Drops it in from 11 feet.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Well, Mario Chalmers coming into last season made a bet with Ray Allen about how much each could slim down and get in deep shape. Seemed to pay dividends for Chalmers in particular, who had probably the best season of his NBA career.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Parker passes to Duncan. There's the dish to Splitter. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Parker's shot is off.
And Chalmers really not the quickest point guard in the league, but he has active hands defensively and pretty good feet. Those takeaways help get the Heat out in the open court, which certainly plays to their strengths.
Little touch of class there, guys. The end of that play with the finger roll.
And Chalmers, more of a role player for the Heat. Not a huge playmaker, Steve, but he can knock down open threes.
Yeah, he's an efficient scorer, and his passing has gotten better over the last couple of seasons. He's a perfect role player for Miami because he can guard opposing point guards extremely well and then slide off the ball when Wade hasn't. Well, for Tim Duncan and the Spurs, an incredible legacy of dominance. In his 17 years in the league, the Spurs have never won less than 61% of their games. Not to mention, of course, 5 finals appearances and 4 NBA championships.
Now here's Leonard. Parker dishes to Splitter. Just 4 to shoot. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's his first foul. And Miami making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Here's Parker. It's stolen by Dang. And now it's Dang running. Here we go. Oh,
look out.
Oh, wow. Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, it's startling that he'd even try that right now.
Here's Parker. The Heat getting the bucket. Back to Duncan. With his first shot attempt, and he hits the jump shot.
And they made 3 of their first 4 shots here to start this half.
Here's Wade. 6 points for him. Back to Dang. He passes to Bosch. And the layup's good off the glass. Bosch has got his second basket.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Boy, I'd like to know how many of their attempts have come from inside 5 feet. It seems like everything is right at the rim.
Splitter kicks to Parker. Outside, Green. From outside, off the mark. The Heat trailed by 3. Anderson, a screen on Green. Wade. A nice shot by Anderson.
Oh, man, they needed a run to get back into this game, and they got it.
And a good one, defensively and offensively. It's been a terrific stretch for him.
Now, here's Green. 8 points for him. Pass to Parker. To the middle. Here's Splitter. Anderson with the block. Here's Miami now. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Chalmers best today. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field.
Well, if you remember early in Eric Spoelstra's head coaching career, when he was new and the big three were assembled, there were some people questioning Spoelstra's command, maybe even within the team. Those questions are long gone now. He has become an excellent head coach.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
And it's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
And here are the Heat now. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And Coach Spoelstra, known for his work ethic and attention to detail. He's a grinder.
No question about it, Kevin. Got his start as a video coordinator back when everything ran on VHS, so you know he had to do an awful lot of work. And he's worked his way up slowly but surely. He's grown as an assistant under some terrific mentors, and now he's really, I think, one of the best head coaches in the game without question.
He's visited college football training facilities, NFL camps. He really tries to broaden his perspective.
He sure does, and you can see evidence of that in how he handled himself.
Bosch with it, guarded now by Duncan. Deng kicks to Wade. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Nice piece of work there. Find a little space and pull the trigger. Well, he really makes things happen offensively for this club. And as a defender, when you go against him, you have to get help defensively. So it's important for your defense to really communicate with him out on the floor.
And Steve, even more than that, this is what I think of when I think of him. Late in the fourth quarter, time winding down. They've got one shot to win the game. He's your man. He's the guy I'm looking for to make it happen.
Now here's Ginobili. Feeds to Parker. Back to Ginobili. Shot clock at 3. Beyond the arc. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. Danny Granger, he's checked in for Chris Bosh. There's 21 seconds left to play in the third. Wade outside. They set the screen. Chalmers dishes to Deng. On the wing, Granger. For the lead. Missed. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Spurs out in front, up by 1. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Miami trailing. And here's Wade. Here's Napier. Granger left side. And Boris Diaw picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Chris Bosh has checked in for Miami. the pass to Napier to take the lead. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw. Diaw's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Mills. All sorts of time. And Luol Deng pulls it down. Deng's got 5 rebounds tonight. Napier kicks to Wade. Pass to Napier. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Napier's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Heat. Mills passes to Splitter. And it's the Heat on the break. Here's Napier. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Heat.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
And they're getting the ball inside, which is what I like. High percentage shots down on the block and in the paint area.
The first one falls.
Miami Heat, a terrific organization from top down. And one thing you notice with these top teams, there's so much continuity. And talk about that. Consistent continuity, so important. From the coaches to the front office, they know who they are, what they're about, and how to put players in position to win the ultimate prize.
And both free throws good for Napier.
And when you look at the Heat, they say they're a development team because of luxury taxes and the like. You have to find players with upside and coach them up. We saw that last year with Greg Oden and Michael Beasley.
Now here's Parker, and out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And the Heat making a change here. Anderson's checked in. The Heat leading by 3. Chalmers dishes to Bosch. Deng kicks to Wade. Tony Parker grabs the miss. And even Clark, with the departure of LeBron this past offseason, you saw many free agents still look to play for the Heat. Something right there.
Yeah, you know, they lost LeBron, who went home, but it wasn't an easy decision for LeBron. Bosch decided to stay, and they had several other free agents go out of their way to play in Miami.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for San Antonio. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. And Parker, here we go. He dishes it to Bellinelli. Ginobili outside. 6 on the shot clock. Shot from 12. And the jumper falls for him. The Heat with the lead. Now, here's Chalmers. Outside Deng. Shot clock at 6. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And the Heat lead by 4.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Ginobili with the ball. Wade picks him up. He feeds it to Splitter. Ginobili. Kicks to Duncan. Working on Anderson. Here's Ginobili. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. 8 points for Manu Ginobili.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
And the Heat call time here.
You know, I get the feeling that Tim Duncan would make a mean poker player. With his reluctance to display emotion on the court, it's pretty clear when he's on the court, the big fundamental is all business.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
To tie it up, and it's San Antonio with another. Here is Chalmers.
You talk about Duncan's reserved demeanor, snubbed from the All-Star game last season, but you never hear him complain. That's just not how he does things.
The feed to McRoberts. Duncan is there. Shot left block. Mick Roberts' shot is good. The Spurs have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And for Duncan, as respected Clark as he is, you wonder if he's gotten the recognition that he truly deserves.
Well, it's like a lot of things, Kevin. Sometimes you don't truly appreciate it until it's gone. But he's one of the 10 best players of all time in my book. Consistency, high-level performance, championships, every measure you use to evaluate him makes him one of the 10 best to play.
Now here's Wade. Manu Ginobili unable to get his shot to go. Dang passes to Bosch. And it's Miami with another.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge. Always.
And Ginobili. Here we go. Outside Leonard. Parker left side. Shot from 16. And too long on the shot.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
The kick out to Bosch. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wade. No good. Spurs trail by 4. Ginobili dishes to Parker. Back to Ginobili. He kicks it to Parker. Ginobili outside. And he lays it straight in.
It hasn't happened as quickly as he would have liked, but he's finally putting some points on the board in this game.
Timeout called, the Heat. They're ahead by 2. There's a minute left in the game. There's a minute left to play here in the fourth. Wade against Ginobili. Wade up top. Clock at 6. Wade missing again.
Been a rough shooting night for him, but I don't mind that shot. He had a good look at it.
And Parker, here we go, to take the lead. Again, the miss by Ginobili. The Heat have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. "24 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and so they foul intentionally. First, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. It's a 4-point ball game.
I need to tell you guys, those free throws are big. It's a 2-possession game now.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They trailed by 4. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And obviously time is the big factor here because they need to get points fast and then go for the steal, and if not, a quick foul.
Hard as it is, you just have to hope the guy you send to the line doesn't convert.
It's one thing to say that you did it. It's one thing to lie about your digits. It's one thing to say that you did it. It's another thing to admit it.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Well, he won't miss miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions yet.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Smart foul there. You've got to try to extend the game.
Yeah, it's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And you got to think those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
It's Parker outside. Cans the 3. Timeout called, the Heat. They're in front by 3. 6 seconds left in the fourth. And an intentional foul there stops the clock. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he drops them both. It's a 5-point game. From deep 3-point range. Good. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that part.
They sure don't. When it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Steve, and Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Luol Deng.